You are in the middle of radio silence. You want to send a text to your ex. I'm going to explain you what you should be doing. Obviously, as you know, I would highly recommend for you to wait for your ex to contact you. In some cases, we have to send a text. That's what I do sometimes with my clients. It's not the end of the world if you are the one to make the first step, but there are actually some mistakes that you should have to avoid at all costs. Jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
The first one is to send message at a reasonable time. You don't want to send message at 2 a.m. because it's too late. They might be thinking that you're drunk texting them or you don't have a social life. If it's too early, you're gonna cut them while they're going to work or while they're very rushed in the morning. So you just want to avoid those two times, very late in the evening and very early in the morning. Forgot to mention, before I move on, there's a quiz for you to know if you have any chance to get back with your ex. I left the link in the first comment of the video, so you know right away if you should text your ex or not. Maybe you shouldn't text your ex and move on, maybe not. 2, the message should be short. It is probably the most common mistake I see amongst my clients, people that I help, is they send me a screenshot of their messages and they are so long. Which is fine because they send me usually their draft and then we adjust together, but stick to the 2-sentence maximum. You'll have the opportunity to send more longer message afterwards, but when it comes to starting those first messages, keep it short, keep it simple. It needs to also have a positive message. It's about funny things, it's about excitement, positivity. You shouldn't talk about relationship. You shouldn't even consider talking about relationship. That's not what this message is about. This message is to really reconnect at a very neutral emotional level. Maybe it's very superficial what you're going to talk about. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you make that first step toward your ex and they welcome that step because it feels easy. That's the whole thing. It needs to be easy. If you provide and create friction, i.e. talking about relationship, talking about problem, they're gonna pull back. Okay? And also don't talk about your own problem, because sometimes people think if my ex knows that I'm sad, I'm depressed, they would be willing to help me because that's what they did when we were together. It's actually extremely dangerous to do that because you don't want your ex to feel sorry for you. It's the worst thing you can do actually if you want to get back together. If you really don't want to get back with your ex, you have to do that. Do that full on, cry, begging them, telling them that they're depressed. It's the best way for you not to get back with your ex. Okay, so don't send any message about your problem. And it could be a problem about your work, problem about maybe the kids if you have kids together. It shouldn't be about problems right now. Only positive stuff. They have to sort of accept and receive those messages like as an easy thing, as a nice conversation that they're gonna have with you. 3rd one, send your message at least few weeks or months after the breakup. Don't send a message after a week. Don't send a message after an hour. It doesn't work. You have to let things cool down. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of strong emotion. When a breakup occurs, you have to wait things to cool down. So choose a time when you feel in good mood. And I know after a breakup, it's very hard. You might be depressed. You might have panic attack or things like that. Don't send messages when you feel you're not great. It sounds very straightforward and common sense, but a lot of people, they forget this. And they send message when they're very anxious. They're very anxious. They're dying to send a message to their ex because they think it's going to release their anxiety, which I can guarantee you it won't. So this time you shouldn't make you upset if you don't receive a response. That's the whole thing, why you should be in a good mood, because you have to prepare yourself that your ex might not respond. Your goal is to create a friendly relationship. It's not to get back together. And I say that very often. As soon as someone realizes or thinks that their ex is trying something to get them back, it's almost game over. they're gonna retract. They're gonna say like, why is he talking to me? I think he has something in his mind. He's trying to manipulate me. And as soon, think of any situation in your life, as soon as you notice or think, maybe it's assumptions, that someone is trying to manipulate you, you don't want to hear anything anymore about that person. You don't trust that person anymore. So be really careful with that. And also, that's what I do with my clients. If you want to have a chat with me, I have 15-minute calls for free. I love to have this interaction with you guys and help you out. Sometimes, you know, you might be in that situation where you're about to send a message, you don't know what to send, or you receive the message and you don't know how to respond. Have a call with me. I'll be more than happy to help you and guide you through those phases, which are sometimes very tricky. For indirect jealousy text message. So be careful. Now I'm going to go to sort of tips, templates of messages you should send. You can call back a good time by asking a question. Hello, what was the name of the restaurant? Such as, you know, we were together. Be really mindful of that, because if your ex is really jealous, you don't want to say that you're going to a restaurant with the opposite sex or the same sex as your partner. Maybe you just, like, if you're a girl and your ex is a boy, and you say, you know, I'm going with Jessie, with a female, with Sarah to the restaurant. What was the name of the restaurant we've been to? The idea is to plant a seed in their mind and remind them, bring them back to those times you were together. If they are not too jealous, it's okay to say that you're going with a guy. Don't also keep things mysterious. Don't have to be transparent and say everything you say and be really sort of adamant about what you do. But you have to create a little bit of jealousy. So it's this one, be careful with that tip. Actually, what would be really helpful is if you could maybe in the comment section share some text that you received or some text that you're trying out, and be more than happy to contribute and have that discussion with you guys. Because sometimes, you know, if we can be together helping each other, it'd be amazing. So if you have any ideas on text or things that could work for people of the community, please do share in the comment section. The need advice text message. So I need to decorate my apartment and I don't know which color, which chair I should choose. Can you send me pictures? So you're trying to engage them and trying to get them some help, basically, because as you know, human beings, especially their ex, they are willing to help. So we're not talking about helping yourself feeling better. It's just like you're redecorating something, you just need help. I want to start working out, I would recommend a few gyms, blah, 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 all these kind of things. I want to learn something. So it also proves that you're doing something, that you are not being alone, sad, crying, watching Netflix all day long. You're actually doing stuff and you're asking them for advice. 6 is the SMS, the similarity SMS. I met a guy who just looks like you last night. I saw him on the street, your favorite shot. And again, or the same perfume. The idea is to also let them understand that there are similarities, there's connection, there's actually things in life that reminds you of them. Again, this one could be a bit tricky. I was hesitant to make that video because, of course, it's not a cookie cutting approach, sending SMS to an ex. So these are guidelines. Don't use them word by word. It really depends on your situation. And again, if you're not sure about what to send, give me a call. In conclusion, always have a good reason. Always have a good reason. Don't be boring, obviously. Don't talk about problems, not accusing, not blaming. That's not the point of this conversation. At the beginning, it's just planting the seed for the new relationship. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to click on the like button if you like the video. Take care.